What's up, peeps? Old McWaller here. So I am doing a different video than normal, than my normal garden stuff. I'm going to show you guys, excuse me, how I make my homemade laundry detergent. This is for my Facebook people, actually. I was posting pictures and some folk wanted to know what my recipe is. Okay, so let me just get started so this doesn't be too long. I start with a base of soap, and the soap that I use is called Zote soap. Now, all the stuff that I'm showing you here, well, most of it can be purchased from Walmart. These are in Walmart, and this is soap, but this is not soap that you'll wash with. This is literally laundry soap. Okay, so it's you know, a natural kind of soap. It's gentle. This comes in two colors, the white and pink. They're both the same. I think the pink may have a different flavor. I mean, not flavor, but scent or something like that. I don't know. I like the white because I'm a grown man and I'm not making pink. But if you want to, you can use the pink. Very inexpensive. There's another soap out there that's really popular for people who do this method. It's called Fells Naphtha, which is also in the laundry aisle. Now, the thing is, with the Fells Naphtha, for my recipe, I use two of these. Each one of these is, you see here, 14.1 ounces, 400 grams. So it takes about 3 Fells Naphtha bars to equal the size of this bar. So for me, even though I think the Fells Naphtha bars are 97 cents or 99 cents a piece, right? So they're inexpensive. This big bar here, this is literally going to be a fat bar. This is 97 cents, so you got $3 versus $1. So I like this. This one, Zote soap, is also, from my research, it's a softer soap, so it's easier to dissolve, which is important to me because I use a high efficiency wash machine. If you use a regular wash machine, it may not matter. But when you use a high efficiency wash machine, it's key that you don't want stuff to clog your system up. So when I saw that this actually dissolves in water better, I just said, you know what, let me be safe and go with the Zote instead of the Fells Naphtha. Though I heard that people like the scent of Fells Naphtha better than this. So really it's up to you. But I use 2 big bars of this. So this will be the equivalent, from my recipe, is going to be the equivalent of 6 Fells Naphtha bars or 2 Zote bars. And what I do with these, I grind them up. Now this right here is only 1 bar. This is how much 1 bar grinds up to. And how do I grind them? I grind them with a cheese grater. And so when you want to do this, you want to make sure you got the cheese grater with the small holes, because you want this thing to be as fine as possible, because like I said, you want it to easily dissolve. You know, for me, like I said, I have that high efficiency thing, so I want to make sure this stuff dissolves well. So I want them cut up really small. I've actually seen people online and on YouTube, they said you can actually buy this stuff in flakes. However, I've been to several Walmarts and I've seen this, but I've never seen the flakes. If you have a Walmart that sells the flakes, that'll save you from having to grind them up. But I think you do pay a little more for the flakes, and I think the flakes are the equivalent of 1 bar. So you would need 2 boxes of flakes for my recipe. And so if they cost you, I think the flakes may cost you $3 or something like that. You're already starting at $6 where I'm starting at 2. So I will say this is the most time consuming part here. So basically I just put on a movie and sit in front and watch a movie while I'm grinding. Okay, so you got that. Next thing is baking soda. Pure baking soda. The cost of this is going to vary, depends on where you get it from, right? You can buy baking soda for about 50 cents, the small boxes at the dollar store. This box here is $2.20 or something like $2.25, and I'm going to be using half of this box. So this is the equivalent about 2 to 3 of those small boxes. So about half of this box here, and then the next half I'll be using the next time I do this. All right, so half of this box here. Next thing you need is Laundry Booster Arm & Hammer Super Washing Soda. This is not baking soda, even though it's Arm & Hammer, right? That's just the brand. This is pure and natural. Again, all of this is pure and natural, no harsh chemicals. That's why I like it as well. But I'm going to be using a whole box of this. Okay, this is in, like I said, at your Walmart. On the bottom, you want to look at the bottom shelf in your Walmart, and you'll find these 2 items right here. This super washing powder, and the other item here is borax. Again, don't get thrown off by the name. Borax is an all-natural product. It's been all natural since 1891. It's a detergent booster, old school. This is what they used to use way back in the day for household cleaning and laundry cleaning and stuff like that. So this here will be normally right next to the washing soda in your Walmart. Actually, the Walmart that I went to today had all 3 of these just sitting right next to each other, because I guess this is a common combination. All right, so you're going to use half of this box. Your washing soda and your borax, you're going to use the full boxes. Okay, and these cost about almost $4 a piece. Each one of these, $4 here, $4 here, right? The last of the most of the necessities is OxyClean, or the equivalent of OxyClean. Now, you want to use about 3 pounds of OxyClean for this recipe. This here is I got from the dollar store. And the last time I made this, I actually had another dollar store brand, which worked absolutely fine. It was perfect. The only difference this one is actually a little bit bigger, and it's the orange scent to it. Has a little citrus scent to it, so whatever. But I got these from the dollar store. You can use regular OxyClean if you want. If you use the OxyClean, you want to use the 3-pound tub. That's the normal size tub. It comes in 3 sizes, a big and a real small one, but the normal size OxyClean tub is a 3-pound tub. That's the equivalent that you want to use. You can use this. The thing is, we're making our own. The goal is to save money, right? So, if you can get something from the dollar store that works just as good, especially in this mix that I'm making, if I was just comparing this to OxyClean by itself, I don't know how this would stack up, but inside of this combination here, these are perfect. Okay, so that's $1 a piece for these things right here. Okay, now so that's all your necessities. The only thing you need after that is, who wants to wash clothes and not have their clothes smelling good, right? So your smell goods. Now this is going to be up to you, your taste, and this is going to determine, this is going to also drive your cost, right? So the last time I made this, I went off of a recipe I saw online, and they called for 2 of the small containers of Purex crystals. And those Purex crystals run you about $4. They were $3 and some change. at the Walmart. So they're about $4 per um, per container, and they worked absolutely perfect. Um, you can see this is the last little bit from my first. I don't know if you guys can see that from the first time I made it. I still have a little bit left in that corner. You know, when I open this lid and smell this stuff, y'all, it smells amazing. Now, the only thing is, though it smells amazing in the container, and when I washed my clothes, they came out smelling like, oh, they're fresh. They're, um, a good, good fresh smell. You could tell they're clean or whatever, but it didn't have that, like, you want to bury your nose in it type smell. So I said the next time I make this, I'll splurge a little bit more and get some stuff that's going to, have a little bit stronger scent so that it lasts even after the wash is over. Okay, but that's really all up to you. So this step here is really up to you. Like I said, those Purex crystals that I used before, they worked fine as far as getting some kind of scent in. But you can use the Gain. That I like this Gain. You can use Downy. You can use Arm& Hammer has some fresh ones. Any of these little fresh crystals. You want to use the equivalent of 2 of the small containers of those. So let's do a quick recap on cost, okay? So let's take this out of the way because these are optional here, but you had your 2 bars of Zote, so that's $2. You have about your Arm & Hammer, half of this box, so that's about $1, let's say. So let's say $3, right? A little bit more than $3, but we'll round because I'm around everything, so that's going to be $3. If you get these from the dollar store, that's $2. So if you got $3, that's $5, right? Both your washing soda and your borax are going to be $4 a piece, so we're at $5. So that's $9, that's $13. So that's $13 is your mandatory base. $13 and you can be good to go. Now, what I did before, like I said, the Purex crystals were $3 and some change, let's say $4 a piece. So let's say that was $8, right? So $8 plus the $13 will put you at $21. That's basically what is that correct? 18, yeah, 18 and 13, yes, it's 21. And it filled up this container, this 32 cup container, and I think I had another like small one of these I had to fill up as well after I made it, and that lasted me 6 months. Now, 6 months is a long time, but actually it could have lasted up to 9 months, but I'm a little heavy-handed. So for $21, I washed clothes, and I washed tons of clothes for 6 months for $21, and I still have enough for a few loads left in here, okay? Now, so that's a good price. Now, these are a little bit more expensive, so instead of $21, I'm probably at about $25. So $25, right, to last me if I do another 6 months, I'm okay with that. All right, now, let me explain to you how much you use. Now, all the recipes online will tell you you only need a tablespoon for a small load or 2 tablespoons for a regular load, right? And you'll double that or whatever based on the sizes, or if they're really, really dirty, you might have extra. Now, what I use is this scoop here, which is actually 2 tablespoons. Now, the thing is, I have a really large wash machine, so I very rarely just throw one in because I very rarely do one load. I throw in piles of clothes. So I throw two, three, sometimes four of these. No, normally I only do three of these at the most. But technically, I probably could get away with doing one and maybe a half for the loads that I do. But, so I'm doubling every single time. And like I said, we wash a whole lot of clothes. So I am a little bit heavy handed, but, it's all good. I'm still okay. I'm still satisfied that if I spend $25 and I can wash tons of clothes, countless I don't even know how many loads in 6 months I've done, but tons of washes for 25. I paid $21 the first time, and if I pay $25 this time, I'm okay with that. All right. So let me show you guys basically what I do to mix this up. Okay. So I told you this is only one. This is only one because I grinded up the first one and I emptied it out. What I do is I grab a trash bag, right? And then I just mix the ingredients inside of the trash bag, okay? So give me 1 second, hold on. Okay, guys, so I emptied out my two Zote soaps. Now I'm just going to start emptying out the rest. So my super washing soda. Be careful. You want to make sure you're doing this on a nice flat surface, right? Nothing that can puncture your bag. It might be a good idea to even double bag this just in case you have a hole in it. But, for this, I'm just going to do one bag. Empty the borax. Is I roll the bag at the top, right? And then get yourself a nice knot in there. And then we're just gonna mix the bag around. Like I said, you wanna be careful, be gentle, not to puncture your bag. And then you do that for a few minutes. I'll do this for a few minutes and then I'll come back. Okay guys, so I ended up doubling the bag with just a Walmart bag. I would highly recommend doubling your trash bag. As you start flipping that bag, it start feeling like it was going to break. So, you don't want to waste all your stuff, right? So I doubled it up. Once it's mixed up, so I spent about a good 4 or 5 minutes just flipping this bag, right? And you want to do that because each one of these materials, they have different weights. So you don't want everything to be sinking to the bottom, especially your smell goods. They're going to be like the heaviest things that's in here. So you don't want them to all sink to the bottom, and because you want these things to be well mixed. So I spent a good amount of time, okay? Now, just got to pour it in your container now, and that's it. Container I use was a 32 cup container I got from Walmart. I don't count this in the cost because you're going to be reusing this thing. You can use any container if you, but you want it to be plastic or glass, and you want it to have a sealable lid on it because you don't want the to leave this open and then have the air and time degrade your product, especially since this thing is going to be lasting for 6 months. You don't just want it sitting out and open for 6 months. So you want it to be plastic or glass, and it needs to have a nice lid on it, okay? And even after I pour this, like I said, I should have maybe a little some that can go in here as well. All right, so you have it in your plastic bag. What I do is pull up one corner, right, and make sure your stuff falls to the bottom and you have your one corner open, and make sure you're on a nice flat surface, and you want to just cut this corner off. Hope you can see that. All I'm doing is cutting the corner of my trash bag. I cut that off. You can use a pair of scissors or whatever, and then, you know, just pour. Now, it would be helpful to have somebody to hold this down for you. I'm going to try it, and if it looks like it's going to fail, I'm going to stop the video and do it, you know, get it more secure. So I just pick it up. Let's see. Stop it there, and I want you guys to see. You can see the little smell goods, and let's see if I can get a scoop here. You see the little chips of the soap in there. You're going to get the baking soda and the powder and everything, and smell goods in every scoop, and that's what you want. So that's basically it, guys. Hey guys, so it's all done. You can see my little smell good crystals, and the little blue pieces come from the OxyClean. All that stuff is in there really good, mixed up really well, all the way down to the bottom, right? I did want to say one more thing, especially for those with the high efficiency machines. I've been using this on a high efficiency machine for a while, since I've been using it, and I've never had a problem with my high efficiency machine. But I do want you guys to, I do want to note, when I wash my clothes with this stuff here, I only wash my clothes with warm and hot water. And that's because I want to ensure that that Zote soap, that it dissolves really well. Because if it doesn't dissolve, if you have one of those high efficiency machines, if this soap doesn't dissolve, you can run into some problems. I never had a problem because I only wash, when I'm washing stuff, is warm or hot, and that's it. And I've never had a problem, never had an issue, never had any clogging, never had any residue, nothing whatsoever. But I do want to throw that out there. If you're using a high efficiency, you definitely only want to use warm water. Actually, for any wash machine, just to be safe, you only want to use warm or hot water when using this. There's another, if I have to wash something with cold water, and I know some of you guys do like to use cold water, I will show a picture of the liquid soap that I use if I have to use cold water for something, and that's it's a black-owned, African-American-owned laundry detergent, and it's awesome. It's actually absolutely amazing. And at this stage, I'm either making my own or purchasing that, and that's it. I'm not. That's going to be the only laundry detergent that I roll with from here on out. And I might stockpile some things if I see something like on sale really, really, really cheap, just in case when this runs out. If I get too lazy to make some more, I'll, have something back up. But for the most part, it's going to be this and the black owned company. It's called True Laundry Detergent. All right. So I just wanted to definitely throw that addendum in there. And yep, I filled this whole thing up and filled one of these bad boys up with my mixture. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Peace.